All right, let's talk about the envelope budgeting system. The envelope budgeting system is a simple and effective way to manage your finances, whether you're trying to get out of debt, manage your month-to-month finances, or save for something bigger. It all starts by having some income. Now, that income, or the money that you have, may come from a job, it might come from gifts, it might come from allowance. It all counts as income, and that's our starting point. What our challenge is going to be is to figure out how to use the envelope budgeting system to make sure that you're making conscious decisions about how you're spending your money. Now let's get into it. For the sake of this example, let's just say that you have $500 in income. The first thing you're going to want to do is get out a piece of paper and write down some simple categories and think about how much you might spend in each category in a month. Remember, these numbers are just examples. You'll determine your own numbers to fit the money you have and the lifestyle that you want. Now, if we were using cash, we would actually break out the physical envelopes and we would label them. Then we would actually take the cash from our bag of money or our income, and we would put the cash into the envelopes in the amount that we had already determined. So now that our money has been distributed into the various envelopes, let's change this visual slightly so that we can better understand what's going on when we spend money. All right, so say, for example, that you went to get some chicken at a fast food restaurant, and the meal cost you $30 total. You're now going to remove $30 from your food envelope, leaving you with $95 for the rest of the month. And every time you buy food that month, you're going to remove the money from the food envelope. And when there is $0 left in that food envelope, then you're not spending any more money on food that month. That's why it's important to budget correctly. One more quick example to make the point. You go to the movies with some friends, you buy some popcorn, you buy a movie ticket, and you wind up spending $35. Now you're going to remove $35 from your entertainment envelope. Actually, you would have done that before you went to the movies and brought the cash with you. But in this case, you're going to remove it from the envelope, leaving you with $115 left for the month in entertainment. So that's how you would use the envelope budgeting system with cash. But since we mostly use digital currency these days, I'm going to show you how to do this with an app called Tracky. Now, I know that you can download Tracky in the iOS App Store. I'm not sure about Android. But it is a very simple budgeting tool that mimics the envelope budgeting system. So here's a short movie to show you how to use it. Okay, now that we've downloaded the app, let's click into it. I'm going to start out by creating a new budget, and I'm just going to call this one March budget. And we said the total was $500. That's what we have to work with. That was our income. That was our money that month. I'm going to hit create, and now that I'm in this budget, I'm going to start adding some envelopes. So we said that we had $125 for food. You can change the colors if you want, but I'm not going to bother at the moment. And we said $75 for transportation. We said $150 for entertainment. Make that one green. And we said $50 for gifts. I'll make that gifts and purchases just in case there's other things we need to get. And I'll make one more that we said was $100 for savings and emergencies. And now we have our whole budget for that month. Now that we have these envelopes, I'll move this guy over here. You can just move them around by holding them and moving them. And, oops, now I said good. Let's go into that guy, and I'll edit that to food. Now, just like in our example, we actually want to go into our food envelope because we're going to go out for that chicken dinner we talked about. And we're going to click on New Operation. And that is basically a transaction. It's when you pay for something or whether you get something in, income. So I'm click on New Operation. And at the top I see expense or income because this is an expense. We're paying somebody. It was $30 and it was for chicken dinner. And I'll create that. Now you see the transaction is listed below, and now our envelope has $95 in it. Let's go back and we can see the bar charts show us how much we have left for that month. Entertainment, new operation or transaction, keep it at expense. I think we said $35, and that was for movies. And we see the transactions, and we see that we have 115 in our envelope. So when that entertainment envelope gets down to 0, it means you have nothing left for that month for entertainment, and you've got to do some things that don't cost money. If we want to see all of our transactions, click on this pie chart in the bottom right, and we can see an overview of our March budget. How much did we have in expenses and incomes? How much do we have left? What was it spent on? Now let's just say that you need to move some money around. It's been a rough month. I'm just going to say that we went for a crazy night, which you shouldn't do, of spending all the rest of your money at food. Crazy night of food. And now you have $0 left in that envelope, but you need to move some money out. All right, let's just say that we can do that by moving some from savings and emergencies. So go into your savings and emergencies, new operation or transaction, and you're taking money out. So this is an expense. So let's just say we're moving $50, and we'll say move to food budget. And now we have only $50 in there, but we have to do the other side of the transaction. This is now income from that other envelope. That was $50, and we say moved from savings. And now we have $50 back in there. Now we don't want to do that very often. You should stick within your budget, whatever you thought of, whatever you deliberately came up with for how much you wanted to spend each month in each category. You should try your best to stick with that. And now that we have our March budget and we're working through, now we're getting close to April. So let's just say that you're down to mostly 0 in your envelopes. And now we're going to create the next budget. We just say new budget. We name it April budget. And we say, let's reuse March budget that we can see right there. So it sets us up automatically. Don't have to do it. It's already done. You did this one time, and now you're back up with your fully stocked envelopes, and you can begin again. Now, if you wanted to see all of your budgets, you can click on that icon above, and you can easily click into all of them. So if you did this across many months and years, you'd be able to easily go see any given month. Now, one other thing to show is, let's go back here. We have food and entertainment for March. I think this makes a lot of sense here, is add a widget to your screen. And let's just say we choose this one. It's going to take the 2 at the top. And now whenever we are out, especially if you have this on your home screen and you go and you grab some food, you can just say new operation or transaction. You spent $10 at the food truck. And I I guess we have to watch an ad. And now we're back. That was annoying. But basically, we can see that we easily just clicked on that widget to add a transaction. All right, and that's it.